Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Once Upon a Galaxy March Monthly. Let's go ahead and get started with our run here. Alright, I think I'm probably gonna play Romeo here, because it's like the only one that can do, I think it's probably the best one here in general, and even though all of these kind of have fail cases, I think just complete common and uncommon quest is the least likely to fail here. So, I haven't updated this deck for the latest patch. Not sure there is something I necessarily want to change. If there is, it would be changing this Wincy crystal package. But I think Butcher's still fine here when you can transform up into rares with your early kisses. I would be playing Guinevere if I had it here. Fairy Queen is here just as a legend to have a legendary quest available. Guinevere would definitely be much better if I had it. But given that Peachy Queen, Rose Thorn are fades that I want to be drafting anyway, figured if I was going to have a legendary quest, Fairy Queen was probably the one. And that got Mechmort, Butcher, Crystal, and Mirror Mages are epic quests, and Tinker as a top end. I don't... Maybe Netherbinder as the additional rare over the Wincy. But I think this is fine, at least playing for 5th. Okay, so I am still playing Butcher, so I don't hate this turn 1 egg. The other option would be Hamstar here. And then I'll take the Evil Stepmother for have a common quest on board. Okay. Then I'm going to take the Slappy because we need the stats. Jealous Stepsister is a villain to advance our quest, but I think we're too weak with the egg on board, and I kind of like this gingerbread house in between the egg and the Slappy. Maybe I'll put this. No, I think this is it. A Rumple board. On turn 2, they can be kind of scary. We'll see what happens. Okay, this one is not, though. Okay, and then we're gonna start working on our quest here. Silver Egg or the Mecha Man? I think it's gonna be. I think it's the Mecha Man. That helps us complete our rare quests and stuff. Gonna get rid of the gingerbread house here. Oof, that's not a good hit. Okay, we're still tied. Fine with that. Get our extra rare here. Sugar Plum Fairy is giving a 2-1 to the shot buff because the phase shadow, so that's actually okay. Fuck here triggers both the Sugar Plum and the Evil Stepmother, so I kinda like that. So I can eat, looking at when this is completed, I'm not sure yet whether I'll be playing for Butcher or if I'll just be kissing the Sugar Plum Fairy up. If we get it this turn, I'll probably just kiss the Sugar Plum Fairy up. So I'll go ahead and take the puck here. Don't really want it. Having it on board with the Mecha Man is okay. And if I'm gonna kiss a Sugar Plum Fairy, then I don't mind. Like, the reason to keep this Pan Shadow would be to kiss it into another rare for Butcher, but I think I'll just bank it. Okay. Now I need to decide whether I want the Miseria for our uncommon quest, which is, and just like a generally good card if I want to complete the common now with this Pan Shadow. I think I'll take the Miseria here. We're not super strong, so but losing half heart seems like it should be fairly reasonable here. Or we'll just win. Okay. I think I'm taking this Rage Mage, and then I again need to decide whether I'm going for secret rares or a board full of rares. Mimic on the Miseria would be pretty nice. Just go ahead and do that. And then I think I am going to kiss this Rage Mage and play for Butcher for now. Achilles. Okay, and that paid off because we get to see the Butcher in our shop here. That's great. Ooh, this Underpenny is big. It's the only... Well, the Morgan's also pretty big here. Summon the Mordecon. It didn't quite finish, which is a little unfortunate, because being able to kiss this Miseria and the Mecha Man here would be crazy. But we might not need to do that anyway. But we got our Mimic Constellation Prize, and I'm going to kiss the Miseria here, and we just need a rare. And Maverick is an excellent rare to pick up. Replace the Mecha Man. Then I'll just take this Will-O-Wisp and put it on board, probably. I mean, the 5/4 is kind of negligible compared to the Butcher bonus, but it's still something. I want to have Mama Bear in a slot that doesn't already have a buff on it. I'll just bank this Will-O-Wisp. And our Achilles hunted. Alright, get our Cleaver. And then I'm gonna just go ahead. I want to keep the Butcher around for Rolo recruit. I think I'll just kiss the Achilles. It's either that or the Sugar Plum Fairy. And I like the shop buff a little, just like a tiny bit more than the board scaling at this point. So I'll go ahead and kiss the Achilles. Jasmine Dragon is perfect. Wow. That is crazy. And then I could take this bigger Will-O-Wisp, but I want the Fox, especially with the Jasmine Dragon and Maverick here. And that helps get us closer to our shop bus faster, or slot bus faster. Go ahead and replace that. And then take the Shoemaker Elves for the treasure buff, or I could take one of these animals and just like finish out the slots for ship shape. I think I'm going to take the Shoemaker. because we're getting this Maverick hopefully this turn. Yep. And if we can knock this Rumple out, which looks like we shouldn't have a problem doing, then that's one late game scary thing we don't have to worry about. Huh. Timeline Duplicator means our common, uncommon, and rare quest that we have can trigger a kiss again, so that we can still get up to a secret rare that way. Flock of Mimics is just so good. None of these get our Shoemaker bonus, which is unfortunate. Am I gonna... I think we can complete common. The uncommon quest is going to be the hardest thing to finish here, because we already did Miseria, so we're looking at like Lion and Ahab that we'd have to hit. And I don't think I'm ever getting rid of this. I'm not ever getting rid of this Jasmine Dragon, so like I would need 3 kisses to hit secret rare from rare. So that I think that leans me toward Flock of Mimics. I could definitely see this either way though. I'm going to take the Flock of Mimics just because that's a more consistent thing to be doing. Then just bank this rose, I think. Okay, Fairy Dragon's great. Keep the Mama Bear around for one more turn. We can replace the Maverick with the Fairy Dragon. Okay, and now the I think we'll just silver the Mama Bear here. Could also kiss. I didn't take the duplicator though, so that's less important. Want to save this for if we find a Rolo. But I can take this Puck, and I think this is time for the Sugar Plum Fairy to go. And it's back. Okay. Sure. And Will-O-Wisp over anything? I don't think we need it over anything. And Gold Mama Bear to get our first duplicated treasure here. Luckier chest that will give us some secret rare treasures. Hopefully. Shoemaker's Elves. If we're aiming for our next treasure to be secret rare, there isn't really a benefit to having that buffed. Just put Silver Tin Man in for Rolo. Okay, and we're advancing, so we're fine. But I should have this Jasmine Dragon in the back to make sure. Well, we got our treasure this turn anyway, but in general, we want, if we don't get it during the turn, we want Fox to hunt and trigger it. Got 2 Fox hunts that time. Pretty nice. Fairy Dragon upgrade. Just take this because it's a Fae. Okay, not taking 3 bags because that'll just be legendary versus secret rare. We'll go ahead and put the Navi in the pool. And our slot buffs are done, so if he sees ship shape, we can put that on board. Okay, still got our hunt. And here's the Rolo that we were looking for. We'll replace the Sugar Plum Fairy with that. Wincy is less important while we're butchering, because it really goes with the Crystal and Mirror Mage stuff. But we'll get our treasure here for Jasmine Dragon by recruiting either the Mordecon or the Wincy. I'm going to go ahead and recruit the Mordecon. Let me get our Silver Fox, Butcher, Mushroom Ring, so now we're definitely looking for a 2-headed wizard somewhere. Okay, Silver Tin Man. That doesn't do anything. Okay, and here's our wizard, the two-headed wizard. That can go over the mama bear. Astro is getting scary. They're out of treasures for us to steal. Okay, silver two-headed wizard is cool. And now if we find a kiss, we can just go straight up to secret rare. Still have these luckier chests. Keep in mind. Just don't golden a common. We wanna, it has to be at least an uncommon to get our secret rare treasure. Okay, this will do it. We'll just bank that. Galactic Rock. Huh. This doubles the effect on the... Oh yeah, we still have our flock of mimics too. That's crazy. So this is good for stats, but I want the double Infinity Mitten with our Farewell Wizard, and that's also just happens to be good for Fox. Although the the Astro opponent doesn't have any treasures, didn't have any treasures for us to steal last time, but I think this is still worth it just for the two-headed wizard. And we've got the Mama Bear put some decent slot buffs on board, so this 4 times double, and has already got a spell bonus on it. It's pretty appealing. Go ahead and put that on the Fox. Yeah, snipe that Morgan Le Fay. Get a bunch of treasures. $10x double. I mean, yeah, we'll do that. Obviously. Fox versus the world now. 200k. Go ahead and take this for the Rolo treasure. Gold Fox. Yeah. There's Horn. That is so unnecessary. It just steals all the treasures. I'm gonna take the Spellbook Punch card. And snipe their mop. It's cool. Again, this player is out of treasures versus steals, which is another reason is I'm just not even interested in the Hunter's Horn. Okay, 10 to midnight is funny, but not anything. Buried treasure, no, not looking glass either. If we get another 10x double, I'm gonna put it on a different slot, even though it'd be hilarious to just scale this up a ton just to protect us from scam stuff. Okay, I'll go ahead and take this gold fairy dragon. I'll take the giant strength. Ten kiss is not necessary. Take more to come. Hidden treasure room. Yeah, it's this is exactly what I was saying with if we find another double, because yeah, we lost on that strength T. Don't think there's a Mixo is a small amount of bonus, but 10 extra 19. Never mind. That's a 9 there now. Yeah, we'll take 19 shops to look for stuff. Dragon dice with our hidden treasure room? Absolutely. Silver Rolo. It's blackjacks. It's just small. Okay. I'll take this Energizer. Get another Berry Pancakes is interesting. Golden Wizard is great. Widow's Web for our Fairy Dragon. Yep. Treasure here. I mean, it's big, but I like what we've got, so. Over the Fox actually was maybe correct, because we don't necessarily need to steal the treasures anymore, but. Okay. Okay, we got our duplicator, but I think we're basically out of rare quests now at this point anyway, so. Co-captain, sure. Harpolia, yep. Okay, and then 5 over the rainbows I'll take. Mice is back. 250k mice. I mean, that's going on board. Over the fairy dragon. How much? I don't actually know how much fairy dragon is doing. And it's hard to tell because we have the widow's web now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 40, so it's giving 80 to everything. Yeah, that's. Do have the ship shape inspector complete, but that's not really necessary. And there's our hunter's horn. Okay. This. I should have recruited that daughter of Athena. Dragon Lang. Trash can. Okay, and Rolo. These don't matter. I like our board better than this goodie bag. We'll just take treasures. And there's the alchemistry set we've been dodging here for a while. Okay, rare treasures are gone. Could gold these mice, but I'd rather find it in the shop. To do lucky chest, sure. I can turn a rare into an epic since we're out of rares. Okay, there's the gold mice, but I think I'm just gonna cast the 6 Eurekas. Or 4, however many it was. 5, it was 6. Oh wait, we have a Loki Scepter? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I forgot we had the Loki Scepter from somewhere. Okay. This Jasmine Dragon can go now. Parting gift? Sure. Put a chameleon on for the secret. This is all slot buff stuff, and we don't need the treasures from Fox anymore, so sure. And there's the Daisy Jones locket, so now our wizard hunts. Breadcrumbs. Potion. This is probably just overkill. Sure. Double it again. Our scientific notation chameleon. Pixie dust. We're out of epic treasures now. No, wait. We're not? Why did it only show one? I don't understand what's going on there. Why is it only showing one treasure? That's very strange. Am I showing epic treasures? Like, we don't have the con artist. Like, that feels like a... Is the Boots of Magic find? I assume we have a Boots of Magic find in there somewhere. Is it because it's looking for rares, determining there aren't any, so it would be showing a single warp core, but then it's upgrading it into an epic treasure, so it's pulling a single warp core and upgrading the warp core to epic? That's so weird. Okay, golden goodie bag. That must be it. Could put the Boon Willow here with the Widow's Web. Yeah, I mean, why not? Okay, now we're out of epic treasures. More life, because definitely that's what we need. Okay. We have gold Dravina. But we're done here, so. Well, that got out of hand very quickly. But we'll move on to round 2. Okay, Rumpelstiltskin. I actually don't want to play it for only needing top 4. If I was going for the win, I'd definitely take it, but I actually don't want to play it for top 4. Play Collector. It's been a while since I played Collector, I think, but I think they've updated this somewhat recently. Let's look at Aladdin here. That's a little weird, but got Hydra and Witch. Yeah, this was a captain that I never got a lot of the. I didn't play a whole lot after Candylar release, so I never really got a bunch of the cards for it, and the pass just didn't happen to give me cards for it. So I've got most of the base set, but not even all of it. But this seems fine for except with the exception of maybe Aladdin. I'll put an Oracle of Fortunes in over that. Could also put in Anubis to have the scam package in there, since I already have Witch in here. Maybe Combustible, since we want to be collecting treasures anyway. I'll put Combustible in over Witch. I'll put Combustible in over something, just because that's like a thing to do in the middle game that can make sure we get top 4. But Witch is also kind of that. So maybe just take out the Oracle again and put in Combustible instead. Okay, take a quest here. I think just the itsy bitsy spider. When our first fight, start advancing this quest. Dragonling, I guess? Okay, that was a good trade there. Yep, that RNG went in our favor there. Okay, I'll take... do I want silver to get the bonus shop or the baby bear to work on slot buffs? Because they're both heroes. I don't really want to be buffing, like, the... I think I'll just take the baby bear because I don't care about the, like, buffing what's specifically on this board. I'll take the Pan Shadow over Puss Hunted, right? So yeah, so position the slot buffs like that. Actually, I think I'll just bank the Pan Shadow because I think I valued this slot buff here more than the attack right now. Okay, this is looking like it could be a bit of a rough fight for us. Yeah, still only half a heart, but we get to heal that up. Well, actually, I'll just take the Navi to do that and complete the quest at the same time. Yep. That, then... This Mimic's just going to be another common, so I'm going to take the spinach here. Then you can take the hyena over the Navi, just because we've got all these animals. Or I could take the Scrubfell so that I don't have to worry about buffing this slot later. And I'll even put the Scrubfell in over the spider. Okay, this looks bad. This Faker is... looks like we got away with a half heart again. That I will take that. Then I'm gonna take this potion. Treasure finding. Okay, Achilles with the spinach buff is pretty great. Get rid of we start upgrading our board here because it's really quite bad. The Scrubfell. Don't really like any of these, but the Jill Sunshine will help the Achilles, so it's fine. No! Rough. Okay. Now we're down a heart. Silver Achilles, gold Achilles. These are all pretty great treasures, but the hidden treasure room, especially like with the collector ability, actually the Flock of Mimics is the same thing for a bit, right? I think the hidden treasure room is still better, but both of these like turn treasures into double treasures with the collector ability, which is great. Chameleon will never hunt. None of these are good though. Fairy Godmother is maybe fine because it's got a buff from a shadow earlier. Get rid of the Navi, I guess. Help Achilles hunt help a little to get our Achilles to hunt, which hopefully it does. Yeah. Still a loss. If I'm taking this Maverick and Icewing, the Baby Bear. Okay, Francis Drake is cool. Do I think it can hunt though? And like if I don't want these in the same like if the Achilles isn't hunting, I definitely don't want it because it's just buffing our opponent. So I'd have to replace the Achilles with the Drake. I think they still want it. I think I can put the Achilles in the back and just have it as like a big stat stick. Then Drake is potentially not even feeding Maverick. So this would be 23. That feels small. I can put the Drake in the back and leave the Achilles in front here to try and buff it. Don't hate that. Replace the puss with the Drake and just have him in the back for now. Okay. You would have hunted. This Tinkerer is scary, but it's dead, so. Lamppost Tinkerer, not something we're worrying about anymore. And we got the Drake hunt. Okay, now the Drake's going in front. And I think I'm just going to leave this Achilles in the back to make sure it's not buffing our opponent's board out of range that we can't kill. Still Sunshine is still fine for now, but... And, like, the Fairy Godmother and the Sunshine are both on the block. Take this two-headed dragon. And just buff a front slot. Okay, Iron Cast Dragon, I think I'll replace in order to make sure we get our Maverick trigger. I'll take it or make sure we already get the Maverick trigger. It's just a matter of whether I want to replace the Jill or the Achilles first. I think the Jill. Oh no. Okay, so this board we were never hunting on. Are we at our top 4 that we need? I don't know. Okay, I'll kiss the Achilles, definitely. For a gold pick. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, maybe that wasn't even, like, remotely correct. I want this ninja here. Terminator's an upgrade over the two-headed dragon, but it doesn't really help any. I think I just want to find a spell for this Iron Cast Dragon to get, like, our... there's a couple of stat buffs on the... rough. I think I'm just Stroke of Midnighting here to try and make sure we live. Okay, we're in top 3, so we're fine. But... yeah, things didn't quite come together here. So we're definitely losing, like, just getting knocked out here. Well, very different from the last game, but it was enough to advance, so I'm happy with it, I guess. Sign Merlin. Some nice victory loot. Well, it's not actually very good victory loot, but it's a large amount of victory loot for the collector, and I need more cards on the collector, so... Alright, so next round, top 3. Never Vinakava. Oh boy. I mean, I think I'm just gonna play Witches, and like I've got Scam build in here for Witches right now, which feels probably like it's correct. Don't need... I don't even, like, actually... Dastardly Spirit... No, I think I still want that in here. To do... So Villain's Chaos... Early Villain... Miseria? Like, our goal is to, like, with this is just to win early, so I don't know that Miseria fits. Fox. It's a good card to have. Do like Mirror Mage double stuff. Don't have Linksy or anything. Don't. Like, I think I'd just rather the scam stuff. Giving Tree's a little weird, but it's a kind of synergy. Put it in the back. Barrel Monkeys is fine with not being back. But I think I'm just gonna go with this. Maybe Hydra somewhere. Giving Tree is too cute. Yeah, let's go with this. We need a top 3. Okay, Wormtongue's a great first pull, and Evil Stepmother. Okay, no villain here, which is unfortunate, but take the... I just want to push things, so take Dastardly Spirit. Okay. Shadow, other Shadow, complete our quest. Fortifications or Spinach. I think Fortifications, because like health will help us full heart things. Just take silver here. Get our buff again. Huh. Could take an egg. Put it in the back here. Turn 4 egg would be much better than turn 3 egg, but I'm not in love with the shop otherwise, so place Spirit with an egg. And yep, doing full heart stuff. Okay, Shark is coming in. Over the Wormtongue, yep. Okay, get our another villain and Shadow. Rusty Blades? Dracula's Fangs is also okay. Put the egg there, but I think I'm gonna take just take this Rusty Blades, have more attack and going in. Nope. Okay, Bustable Dragon's fine. Take it over the Lappy and just bank this Spirit. We're hoping for this to hatch into like Witcher Hydra or something. I think I'm gonna take the Blackjack, put it in the back to feel like Blackjack in the back is a little awkward, but and treasures are treasures, especially when we have Combustible Dragon on board. And just want it in the back to make it more likely to survive. And with Egg in front, like our front line's pretty weak, so decent chance of doing that. Okay, and the ranged unit made sure we did. Treasure Cat, come on. Well, okay then. Shark's gonna go soon, but it's still fine in the back slot for now. Actually, Fairy Dragon increases the damage that this does, right? Replace the pan shadow with the cat. The cat's just worse. Replace the cat. Yeah, it does. That does work that way. Okay. None of these matter. Mirror is scary. Yeah, that's a full heart for that. Huh. Yikes. I think I'm just gonna put the am I just putting mice in the back here? That's not unreasonable. Okay, I'm gonna take this Pisces. Still, yeah, this is not looking good. We tied though. Well, we need our Witcher Hydra or something at this point. Okay, Witch is great. That up here. How about Witch and Hydra? Makes positioning weird. I mean, Hydra in the front's not doing anything, but Hydra in the back could potentially scale some. So I think it's time to get rid of this fairy dragon first. No, the blackjack. No, because I'm putting it in the back and I want the mice still back here, so yeah, let's just get rid of the fairy dragon. Okay. Combination of hitting the goodie bag and the ranged is not something I'm excited about there. Hydra didn't quite kill that. Okay, we dodged full heart damage. Good. And then it's this two-headed dragon, I guess. Fire breathing. Over combustible. Another ranged unit. This isn't looking good. Still not looking good. But at least we didn't lose a unit there. And we get to knock out that and hit that. Yes, good. Oh well, doesn't matter, we were already on half a heart. Yikes. Just not doing anything here. Let's see, Anubis would be good. This Hydra... Okay, this Hydra might be big enough to do something in slot 1 now. Like, I don't want to pick a pet because, like, our best hit on the shop is Anubis, so... Just bank this. Okay, Silver Witch. Maybe I should have taken the Mousetrap, actually. Hook in back could do something. Probably not, though. I'll recruit it, but... Still not advancing. So we're just hoping to live long enough to find something. This is not the way to do that, but okay, we did live. Okay, now the Hydra's going in front here, though. Dabra. Tavern. I mean, I guess I mean, that's an upgrade. Gold Witch. It's too late for any of these. Oh, Rainbow Hole, Reinforced Hull does something with the Guardian of the Grove. So, okay, the lamppost got knocked out. We're top 3. We're good. But man, that was a struggle. But Lance and Witch and Hydra got us there. So still going on. But definitely need something better this time. Tajima is definitely potentially something better. Let's see. Is there anything here I want to change? I pretty recently updated this list, so I'd probably not, but the only thing is like sometimes maybe Crook, but see Lifesaver maybe, but we just want to down. It would have to be over like the Sour Patch Kid or the Lemon Head. Yeah, I think this is fine. Peachy. And I'd rather have it on something else, but I'm definitely taking this Lollipop Fae, so having it being a 2/2 to start is definitely not terrible. Okay. These are not ideal. We need to find an animal. And actually, like, I kind of forgot we were playing Tajima for a bit there, so if there's an animal in that first shop that I just, like, passed for the Peachy because I zeroed in on Peachy, then that was a misplay. Take the 5/3 here, and Monkey or Shark. They're both animal villains, so they do all the things we want here. Shark, like, and they're both kind of things that help. Take 2-for-1s. Think I'm gonna take Shark because like this will be a 4/4 or yeah, a 4/4 Shark. That's pretty good. It is not good enough. Wow, this Lightning Drake or Electric is hit us pretty bad there. Okay, Minotaur, animal villain. Don't love it, but take this Chameleon. Turn of the Lollipop Fairy. 5/5 hunt. Place the Peachy. Or 6/6. I mean, it's big enough to hunt if it just can. Okay, good. And it lived too, so that's great. Okay. I think it's just the Lemon Head here. Time to give up on the Stepmother, or just replace the Shark? Replace the Shark? Okay, let me get the Stepmother. And it gives us another shot to try and get our animal. Spinach, I think we need the stats. Okay. Being only 2 sweetness on Tajima is kind of unfortunate, but it's kind of where we're at. Do I take the Sour Patch Kid in that case, or do I take the Foul Witch? I think it's still Sour Patch, but definitely not as strong as we could be. Looks like we're strong enough, though. Rather, let's just take the ship shape here. This is kind of a weird choice. And we're not looking to recruit, like, we definitely want to be recruiting animals when we can, so that makes this a little worse, even though it is another mid-game candy payoff. So I think I'll just take the treasure, because that's something now. I mean, buried treasure gives a little bit of stats to ship hate, but I'm going to take the luckier chest over it. We're just not finding animals except when there's other things we want to take, huh? I mean, I would not like to go down to 1 heart here, but I feel like we might, and this giving a legendary treasure might be what we need. Okay. Okay, fudge. Yeah. No. Just keep stacking this Sour Patch slot, I guess. Okay. Here's an animal, so we can actually get some sweetness from our ability for the first time in a while. I mean, the ship shape's never going to complete, right? Well, we're going into epic turn, so then there's the candy slot buff spells, and maybe I was thinking about casting that slot buff spell somewhere else than here, but I kind of just Sour Patch Kid is the only thing we really have going right now, so I was just gonna keep it there. And, like, if we get rid of the ship shape, we're never gonna see it again because it's golden already. I'm keeping the Tin Man because, again, I think we're probably going to lose this fight. Is the Katamari just better than the Lollipop Fairy? No, that doesn't make any sense. We'll just bank this to have the silver in the shop. Well, that, yeah. When you snipe the fairy, like, we don't have anything going. But yeah, so Tin Man gets us a legendary treasure here. Well, Tiamat's Claw is a good way to die. Big Breast Cannonballs I don't think is enough to save us. Like, some secret rare, I think we need that, and we need to hit something good. Dravina is not it. Looks like we're just going to die here. Like, I'm still taking it because it's better than everything else here, except, like, potentially, maybe you could argue for pick-a-peppering a candy, the Sour Patch Kid here. I think the Dravina is still going to be better than anything else we've got here. We'll take the Davy Jones to give it some health. And just, like, bank it, because we don't want it on board. But I think we're probably dead here. Like, I think this Electrake's, like, turn 2 board was close to this. But it looks like they haven't really grown, also. So, outside of the smug. So, okay. Okay, we lived a turn, so now Dravina can typically start doing stuff. I'll take this Cherry Topples for the candy spell and the Dravina stats. Nope. Cinnamon Roll is perfect. I mean, we still got the ship shape on board, which makes me want to just take the Boon Willow for the back slot buffs. Make it a little bit closer to getting that? Okay, and then we've got an animal here we can draft. Draft the bronze goose. Lollipop fairy, like, simultaneously probably should go, but I'm afraid of the results of that happening. I mean, Dravina's actually reasonably big here. I can just replace. Well, the Sunflary is just worse, right? Let's give the Bronze Goose recruit an animal, but give Dravina the most stats. Okay, Viscount killed our thing in the back, or front there, but okay. Tie. Yeah, our Monstro isn't even big, because we've just been missing on animals. Time for this. Now it's time for the Lollipop Fairy to go. The Monstro. Could also have given the Monster Stats to Dravina, but eventually we'll hit it, right? And this cherry on top completes our ship shape, finally. Like, I think that's better than just putting the Cool Whip on board. Alchemistry set with the candy stuff, like getting the extra super sweet on them is good. I'm gonna put the Dravina and these in front. Actually, the Sour Patch, I don't mind the small front line. As much. I'm gonna take the Alchemistry set, because it's like if we can get like the gold Monstro or something. Yes, we are fortunate that these lobbies are not too big, because I've not been finding good things. At least I hit the Monstro and not the Dravina. And just take the animal gold here. Warp Drive Engine could be interesting. None of the rest of these do anything, so now I'll put the Dravina in front and grow our Monstro more with the animal recruit here. We're not going to be able to, if we lose twice, we're dead, so taking time top is probably not it, but I mean, I could see us getting half heart healing and losing another half heart, and that would be much better than either of these, so it's the only one that does anything, really. Goodie bag getting us, but okay, half heart. None of these are anything. Well, Medusa's fine. Yeah. And we have the Warp Drive Engine, so Medusa in front here, yeah, that's actually really good. I want Stinky over the Sour Patch at this point. Probably. That feels like a good way to, like, force a tie rather than, die. Alright, there's a Doppelganger and a Tinkerer here. Scary. Looks like we're dead though. Yeah, okay. So did not make that one. 4th place. We've got another run though. They added a second run, but so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here and run it back with the next one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.